things to work All right, Mr. DeMarcus Abrams, this is 24 CF 204. This is here, you are here on a providing false information to a pawn.
Pawnbroker transaction fraud, Your Honor.
Yes.
I filed the information. It's one count in a second-degree felony. However, the plea offer, if he takes it today, would be for a misdemeanor petty theft for 6 months probation and no contact with the victim and no trespass at Walmart and Tom Tom. And it would be a withhold of adjudication.
Right now, Mr. DeMarcus, Mr. Abrams, right now, you're facing a second-degree felony, right, Ms. Leone?
Yes, it is second degree.
That's punishable by 15 years in prison. She's offering you a deal, if you want to plead to a misdemeanor petty theft, withhold adjudication, which means you don't have a conviction. It's down from a second-degree felony to a misdemeanor. 6 months probation, no contact with the victims. You want to do that?
I'll do it.
Your Honor, one moment. I was not informed that there is another warrant for him, so he may want to,
Oh, there is another warrant?
Yeah.
Out of where?
don't know for what. I don't
Out
know.
of where? Pardon? Petty theft, is that a South End case? Well,
If we can bring him back maybe next week, next Thursday, Your Honor, and then I may review that other new case and hopefully give a global offer.
all right, you want to, what we'll do is, the prosecutor's going to want to look and see what else you're facing. Maybe we can wind the whole thing up on March 4th. How about that?
The 7th, oh, 4th, if judge, up to the court, Your Honor, we have court on the 4th also.
4th or 7th?
It doesn't matter to me.
How about March 4th? Why don't you come back on March 4th, and hopefully we can get the whole thing wound up for you, okay?
Yes, sir.
So would that be at 9 o'clock?
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock at March 4th, okay? All right. I don't have the case, so I can't set a bond for another judge's case. DeMarcus Barkley.
Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of DelMarcus Barkley. Judge, this is 24 CF 172. Mr. Barkley is present and approaching the well. Judge, we'd like to enter a not guilty plea, leave this set for pretrial 422, request 15 days for any pre-arraignment motions, and demand trial by jury.
All right, Mr. Barkley, charged with possession of a weapon by a convicted felon. The court's appointed, or a judge has already appointed the public defender to represent you. He's pledged you not guilty, asked for a jury trial, and we'll see you on April 22nd. Okay? Get with the public defender. Get working on your case, okay? Don't wear shorts next time you come to court. Okay? You can't wear shorts to court. Okay, thank you.
Give me a call to set up an appointment.
Tyler Bergstrom. This is 24 CF 136 State versus Tyler Bergstrom. You're charged with obstructing justice by hindering a communication information with a law enforcement officer and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill. Right, Ms. Leon?
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor. Tampering with a witness and then aggravated assault. However, May I have, I may have a plea offer that will let him out. May I have 5 minutes to review the
Sure,
file?
yeah. All right, we'll bring you back in a few minutes.
Okay.
Coleman Lee Blocker,
Your Honor, I filed a written plea of not guilty for Mr. Blocker earlier this morning.
Bradley Borland, this is 24 CF 175, State of Florida versus Bradley Borland. Mr. Borland, you're here on a felony battery charge. Is there an offer or something?
Yes, it is to plead as charged for an adjudication and 2 years of probation.
Is that a felony, first degree, third degree felony?
It is a third-degree felony, and he has prior felony in his criminal record.
You have a right to remain silent and a right to an attorney. You can also, if you want to, accept this plea.
No, I'm gonna hire an attorney.
A hire attorney? Okay. So what we'll do is enter a not guilty plea for you and set you for a jury trial, and go ahead and hire your attorney and come back on tell them your court date is April 22nd
Okay.
at 9 o'clock.
Hey, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Tina Shamus?
She may be
Shamaness?
incarcerated.
Shamaness?
Is she?
She out on bond?
This was a very old case, you know, it was an FTA, and then she got arrested on the FTA, and that's why we have it on the docket, and that's why I thought she was in jail. Oh, she got out on 2-5?
I guess she got sent a notice, so no bond capias.
Yes, Judge.
Charles Franklin Cook, out-of-state fugitive.
Yeah. We have to just continue it.
All right, we'll continue it to March 28th.
Yes, thank you, Judge.
Danny J. Dollar. This is 24 CF 167, State of Florida versus Danny J. Dollar. Mr. Dollar, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance without a prescription and possession of narcotics equipment. One's a third-degree felony and one's a misdemeanor. Is there an offer for him?
Yes, Your Honor, to plead as charged, adjudicate, but, 1 second. No, he only has misdemeanors. Would be dismiss count 1, plead to the misdemeanor, the possession of paraphernalia, for court costs.
All right, states, if you want to enter a plea now to a misdemeanor, possession of paraphernalia, they're going to dismiss the felony, and you'll just pay court costs.
Okay, sounds,
Is that adjudicated? Or withheld?
Yes, he has prior misdemeanors, Your Honor.
You want to do that?
yes, yes,
Mr. Dollar, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give before this court's the truth, so help you God.
so help me God.
You want to enter a plea of guilty, or excuse me, no contest to the charge of possession of paraphernalia, a misdemeanor. You can put your hand down. Is that a first degree or second degree misdemeanor?
It's a first-degree misdemeanor.
First degree misdemeanor. So you want to enter a no contest plea to that charge, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea? Your right to a trial, right to remain silent, right to a jury trial, right to an attorney, right to make the state prove its case beyond a reasonable doubt. You're waiving all those rights and others. You understand that?
Not exactly, no. They
Well,
offer their-
you're going to be sentenced right now to court costs,
Okay,
adjudicated guilty. But you can come back for a trial, and several times you can come back for a trial. You can have an attorney. You can fight all this if you want to, or,
I can accept this.
okay, those are your rights you're waiving. You understand
Right, yes.
that? Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this no contest plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Judge you guilty, sentence you to pay standard court costs, and I'll give you 180 days to pay it.
Sure.
Or it goes to collections.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Pay it down to the clerk's office. Christopher Ellender.
Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of Christopher Ellender. Judge, this is 24 CF 264.
All right, he's charged with intimidation, written threat to kill or bodily harm. What you want to do?
Judge, we're going to enter a not guilty plea, leave this set for pretrial, demand trial by jury, and request 15 days for any pre-arraignment motions.
April 22nd, or you need June 24th?
April 22nd, Judge.
April 22nd. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Yes, I'll come see and we'll talk more about it.
Joe Fernandez,
I filed a written plea of not guilty yesterday, Judge.
24 CF 219. Travis Lee Pfizer,
Filed a written, or actually, that one was dismissed, dismissed yesterday, Judge.
Jordan Francois Ward. This is 24 CF 146, State versus Jordan Francois Ward. You're charged with possession of a controlled substance without a prescription.
Yes, Your Honor, the offer would be to plead to a possession of paraphernalia misdemeanor for court cost and withhold of adjudication.
All right, if you want to enter a plea to reduce charge of a misdemeanor, possession of paraphernalia, I'll withhold adjudication, which means you don't have a conviction. Sentence you to pay regular court costs, give you 180 days to do it.
Okay, Your Honor. The day I was arrested, I believe that my friend, well, at that point in time, was my coworker. I was working in Louisiana. We were on the way back home to. I'm from Florida. As we were coming back, we got pulled over. He was drinking and driving, and they searched the vehicle. I didn't have anything to hide, but there ended up being a bag and a straw, they said, and it was in my bag.
Well, so you want to plead not guilty, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you, okay? Set you for April 22nd.
Okay, yes, sir.
Thank you.
So give us a call, set up an appointment.
All right.
Thank you.
Ashley Gainey. Oh, and he'll have a jury trial. Okay, this is 24 CF 206, State versus Ashley Gainey.
Yes, sir. She's charged with trafficking in amphetamine, 14 grams but less than 28, trafficking in fentanyl, 4 grams or more but less than 14 grams, and possession of paraphernalia.
Sorry, was that a new offer?
No, I said what she's charged with. The offer is 7 years in prison with 3 years minimum mandatory.
Judge, we'll enter a not guilty plea, demand trial by jury, leave this set for pretrial, request 15 days for any pre-arraignment motions.
April 22nd. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Warden Howard Gordon.
Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of Warren Gordon. Judge, this is 24 CF 193.
I would like to pay for the transport that comes through here. They billed me for $1,400 and $250 court costs. So that would be $2,800, be like $3,400.
That's separate. What the state's offering on your case is for you to basically have time served because you have over 30 days on a misdemeanor.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to do that?
I'm fine with that.
Okay. I haven't
All
written
right.
that up, Judge, but he does have an offer to reduce these charges to a misdemeanor battery for 30 days in jail. He's been in jail since the middle of January, so he's got time. That should get him out today.
All right, you want to enter a plea of no contest to a misdemeanor, down to a reduced charge of misdemeanor battery. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Would you raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give before this court's the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do, sir.
Okay. So, are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea? Your right to a trial, jury trial, right to remain silent, and other rights?
I do, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this plea to a misdemeanor?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Gibbs has done for you on your case, your attorney?
He's awesome.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it, sentences you to what time? Adjudication,
30 days,
30
Judge.
days in jail.
adjudicated guilty, 30 days in jail, credit for time served. So you've already done the time. And I don't know about those transportation costs. I'm going to send you standard court costs and give you 180 days to pay it before it goes to a
Thank you, sir.
judgment. Okay,
So
thank
you'll
you.
talk to the clerk about paying any costs associated.
sir.
All right, they're downstairs on the first floor.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Kenneth Jones.
I know, I just by the way.
This is 24 CF 118, State versus Kenneth Jones, charged with fleeing and attempting to elude with sirens and lights active. Mr. Williams?
Thank you, Judge. Judge, on Mr. Jones, I'm going to announce a plea of not guilty request.
May I, please? Because you will let him out from jail, my offer,
Okay, you got an
please.
offer that will get
Of
him
cour-
out?
Yes, it's to plea as charged, adjudicate court costs and credit for time served. Unless he has other stuff holding him.
I've got a case on the...
It's a third degree felony.
It is, Judge.
All right, Mr. Jones, please raise your right hand to be sworn. You swear the testimony you give before this court is the truth, so help you God. You want to enter a no contest plea to the charge of fleeing and attempting to elude an officer with lights activated, a third degree felony, correct?
Yes,
Do
Are
you
you
want to
wi- are
plead to
you-
that? The judge is asking you questions, sir. You need to answer him audibly.
I'm not sure I understand, to be honest, sir, what you're asking, but, yes, sir.
You want to enter a no contest plea to what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
No contest means you're not admitting you did anything wrong and you're not denying it. You just want the court to go ahead and it's treated as a guilty plea, but it's a little bit better for you than a guilty plea. You want to enter that? Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this no contest plea? Your right to a trial, right to remain silent, right to make the state prove its case beyond a reasonable doubt, right to a jury trial. You're waiving those rights and others. You understand that? Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today? Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this plea? Are you happy with the work Mr. Williams has done for you on your case? Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it, adjudicates you guilty, sentences you to time served in the county jail, pay standard court costs, give you 180 days to do it before it's sent to judgment.
Okay.
may I approach?
This quotient is 18. Basically, it's low enough that you're not looking at stuff. You want to trial on it. Unless you got something else holding you, yeah. You're going to need to meet with these guys for a minute. No, that's right, you just got time served. Never mind, you don't need to meet with them.
Kalen Jones. Is that right? Kalen Dennis Jones?
Lynn?
Clin Dennis Jones, all right, charged with 2024 CF 124, possession of a weapon or ammo by a convicted felon, trespassing private property armed, resisting officer without violence.
Yes, Judge, I'll enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf, request 15 days for pre-arraignment motions. We're going to have somebody else go out and talk with him.
All
Demand
right,
trial by
April
jury.
22nd, thank you.
Thank you. Sir, Dr. Zeman will be out to see you soon. okay?
Jefferson Lawson. 2024 CF 153.
You're Mr. Lawson.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Let me see. Judge, let me just look and see what the offer is. Judge, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf, and Mr. Lawson, I'm going to give you a card in a second. I want you to make an appointment. I think you told me you already
Yeah, I
have made
already
an
did that,
appointment. Okay. Request 15 days for pre-arraignment motions and trial by jury.
April 22nd.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir.
All righty, sir. I'll see you on that appointment,
All right,
okay?
thank you.
Mizell Martinez Reyes. This is 24 CF 173, State of Florida versus Mizell Martinez Reyes. You are Mr. Reyes. You are charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill. You speak English?
Little bit, sir.
Okay, thank you. Let me know if you don't understand something.
You know, this is Ms. Glisson's case. The offer she has, he has two cases. I believe the other one is a VOP. 12-1 DOC for all cases concurrent. 12 months.
I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent him and make sure he understands the offer. And please set him for April 22nd.
Judge, I think I've got another case with him, and we've talked before, so I'll enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf, request 15 days for pre-arraignment motions, demand trial by jury.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come out and see you at the jail, and we'll figure stuff out, okay?
All right, sir.
All right. No problem.
Jared David McGowan.
And just for the record, he speaks excellent English.
Yeah, I thought he did.
Go ahead, Mr. Ryan.
All right, you're Jared David McCowan. You're Mr. McCowan?
Sir.
Okay. This is 24 CF 150. You're charged with possession of a controlled substance without a prescription.
The offer, Your Honor, would be for, to plead as charged, adjudication, 6 months probation with some requirements. I'm going to announce the requirements he's interested in. So it would be substance abuse evaluation and treatment, no alcohol or controlled substances while on probation, maintain gainful employment, and complete 3 applications per week, cost of prosecution, and cost of court costs.
Cost of prosecution like $150.
$100, and
$100.
$515 is the court cost.
$515. So you want to do that, plead to possession of a controlled substance without a prescription, adjudicate you guilty, 6 months standard probation, have a substance abuse evaluation, no alcohol or controlled substances while you're on probation, stay employed or make 3 job applications a week, $100 cost of prosecution, $515 court costs.
Yeah, but could you bring me on the next docket and let me have time to think about it? Because they just told me to offer just now.
I got you.
That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, I'll probably take it, but
Well, you need to know what you're doing and
Right,
understand
right.
it. Everybody needs to know what they're, understand it. So what I'll do is, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you so they can make sure that you go over it with you.
okay.
And they'll plead, we're going to plead you not guilty, ask for a jury trial, bring you back April 22nd. They can move it up sooner if you want to do that or
I'll make an
whatever.
appointment, Colin.
I'll appoint the public defender, get with them, and they can go make sure you
Yes, sir.
understand. Okay, thank you.
Hang on just one second. Have a seat and I'll find.
Next case is Cynthia Ann Miller. (24 CF 149), charged with possession of controlled substance without prescription and DUI.
Judge, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on her behalf, request 15 days for pre-arraignment motions and demand trial by jury.
April 22nd, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I'm going to give you a card, make an appointment, come in and see me, okay? Just call the number on that card.
You gave me a card earlier.
Jeffrey Miller. (24 CF 245), failure to register.
Judge, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf, request 15 days for pre-arraignment motions and demand trial by jury. We do have an offer that I'll go over with you that I think you'll be interested, okay? Just come by my office or make an appointment to see me. I'll give you a card in a second.
I already got a call.
Okay.
April 22nd, thank you.
Yeah, you can call to make an appointment anytime.
All right, thanks.
Ryan Morgan. We haven't got Brian Morgan.
Judge, I've got a note on the file that we did a waiver of appearance on him. I know that you don't want us to do those anymore, but he came in, and I don't recall what the rationale was for it, but we did do a waiver of appearance. I'm going to get you some case law and stuff on that, and we can maybe have a case management conference or
Okay.
something on it with all of us.
I don't have to follow it probably if I don't think it's necessary, but
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you can present whatever case law you feel like you want to. Jennifer Odom Capps. Yeah, not guilty. April 22nd.
Your Honor, this is Jennifer Odom. She's before the court on 24 CF 120, one count of robbery with a weapon, tampering of a witness, and battery.
Without.
Without,
Without.
yes, yep.
Sorry.
Sorry, without. Your Honor, she's going to enter a not guilty plea, request trial by jury.
April 22nd, thank you. Michael Anthony Quinn.
Your Honor, this is Michael Quinn. He's before the court on 24 CF 77. He's charged with battery on a jail employee. And, Your Honor, we're going to enter a not guilty plea at this time. The state has made an offer that he is interested in, but there has been an order entered in another court for mental health evaluation, so we're prevented at this time from doing so. I would ask if we could put him maybe like on the end of the month.
What about March 28th?
Yes, sir.
Okay, maybe we can get it wound up.
Mhm.
Adam James Richardson.
Your Honor, Mr. Richardson is present and approaching on 24 CF 78. He's charged with one count of smuggling of contraband and, did they file it? One count of battery, domestic violence. We're going to enter a not guilty plea, request trial by jury.
April 22nd. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Tyrone Seals.
Yeah, my understanding is, Your Honor, that he hired Mr. Welton.
Thane Darren Simmons.
Mr. Simmons is present. We've reached an agreement in this matter, if I may approach.
All right, this is 24 CF 192, State versus Thane Darren Simmons. Is it Simmons or Simons?
Simmons.
Simmons, all right. Mr. Simmons, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for this course is the truth, so help you God.
I do.
You want to enter a no contest plea to the charge of possession of paraphernalia of misdemeanor, and the state's agreed to dismiss the felony count, correct? So you want to enter a no contest plea to the misdemeanor count?
Yes, sir.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form? You understand the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
I do.
Anyone force you or threaten you to enter this plea?
No.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here
Yes, sir.
today? Are you happy with the work Ms. Rivers has done for you on your case?
Yes, I am.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Judge you guilty. Sentence you to credit for time served. $270 court costs, $50 cost of prosecution, $100 PD fees. And judge guilty, and the court orders you not to break the law anymore.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
180 days to pay it. Hey, listen, when I order them not to break the law, they listen to that. Isaiah John Stokovic, I think. Xavier John Stack, that's how we're going to call him.
Your Honor, he's before the court on the charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and battery. And, Your Honor, we're going to enter a not guilty plea at this time and request trial by jury. The court previously had ordered a mental health evaluation, so I believe we're waiting on that.
All right.
And then
All right,
it'll be
thank you, sir.
passed.
April 22nd.
Your Honor, that is not my plea. My plea is no contest. I would like to plead no contest, and I would also like to get rid of my attorney.
I got to have a mental health evaluation first. Let the doctor tell me you're okay to do that, and then we'll bring you back up and
All
talk
right,
about
thank
that.
you, I appreciate it.
Okay, we'll consider that, but we got to have a doctor say you're all right to do that.
Yes, Your Honor, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay. Chayton Harry Truelove.
Your Honor, this is Chayton Truelove. He's before the court on an amended information. Looks like on one count of sexual battery. We're going to enter a not guilty plea and request trial by jury.
April 22nd. Thank you. April 22nd. Jeffrey Wagner.
Your Honor, we did him this morning.
Right. Alonzo Wilkes.
Your Honor, this is Mr. Wilkes. He's before the court on,
24 CF 87.
yes, Your Honor, domestic battery by strangulation, possession of controlled substance, assault, threat against law enforcement, resisting an officer without violence, possession of drug paraphernalia, and one count of battery. And he's going to enter a not guilty plea and request trial by jury.
April 22nd. Thank you, sir.
Honor, whenever the court allows Mr. Bergstrom from before, I said I needed 10 minutes to look at, and I'm ready whenever, if he's ready. Yeah.
All right, this is Tyler Stephen Bergstrom,
Yes, Your Honor.
24 CF 136.
So Mr. Bergstrom is charged with tampering with a witness and aggravated assault by threat with a deadly weapon. The offer would be to plead to 2 misdemeanor batteries for credit for time served and court costs.
Adjudicated.
Yes, he has prior record, Your Honor.
You want to do that? You're charged with 2 felonies, reduce charges down to 2 misdemeanors.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for this court is true, so help you God.
Yes.
And this is 24 CF 136, State of Florida versus Tyler Stephen Bergstrom. You want to enter a no contest plea to 2 misdemeanors, or which are reduced charges. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, Your Honor.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it, sentences you to time served, standard court cost, adjudicated, guilty, and 180 days to pay the court costs before they go to a judgment.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay? You should be let out unless you're on a hold for something else. John Williams.
Your Honor,
24 CF 208.
we've reached an agreement in this matter, if I may approach.
All right, Mr. Williams, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for this court is the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
You want to enter a plea to no contest plea to the charges of possession of a controlled substance without a prescription and possession of a new legend drug without a prescription. And so if you complete this pretrial intervention agreement, the state will dismiss the charges against you. And you got 12 months to do it. So you want to enter a plea to that?
Yes, sir.
If you don't complete this agreement, you'll be sentenced. Do you understand that?
I understand.
You understand the rights you're waiving by entering this agreement, this pretrial intervention agreement?
Yes, sir, I'm old enough. I don't play with the system.
Okay. Well, then, has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this agreement?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Ms. Rivers has done for you on your case?
Yes, sir.
All right, court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it, will not sentence him, give him 12 months to do this intervention agreement program, and you've read and you understand what you need to do, correct? And the charges will be dropped if you get it done, okay? So is it,
6 months still standing.
okay? Thank you. All right. Now,
Mr. Williams that we just sentenced to PTI, he works out of state. Will the court go ahead and announce on the record that he's allowed to go out of state for work purposes?
with checking in with y'all, if he checks in with y'all. Who do we want to do on this afternoon's 2 o'clock? Who do we want to do first?
You have civilian people participating.
Yeah, I remember. What about Camden Barnum?
I'm getting some more paperwork for that, Judge. I'll be ready in just a few minutes.
James Banks.
That, Your Honor, should be in the south end, in front of Judge Ketchum, because he has lowercase numbers already there. I'm not sure why it's here. I don't know.
I know we had him before, but I think everything was transferred down.
Everything was transferred down, yeah, because of the lowercase numbers.
All right.
That's fine with me. I think
he's
he just
here.
got back from the state hospital.
And it shows a different name for defense attorney I never heard
Mr.
before.
Torrance with our Shalimar office.
Oh, is a new, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
he's
well.
with our Shalimar office.
Oh. Yeah, yes.
We went after it.
You had to correct some.
Jenna. Oh, down there. Look at her. She ready to go?
All right,